time, when you go to file your taxes, and you, hi Strawberry, and you try to pull a fast one on the government, they're going to see it. Trust me. When you turn around and try to pull 20, 30 grand off of a social media app and try to hide that, well, it's kind of hard to hide when you've already been reported for it. Yes, I agree. She is going to get caught. They are going to turn around and drop that steel hammer down on it. And when that happens, it's going to happen. There's nothing that, you can't back up on it. You can't sit there and say, well, that was her. Did you notice in the last couple of lives they were trying to blame Shawnee for her losing her money yet again? Look, here's my thoughts on that. Do I think Shawnee took the money? No, I don't. I don't think anybody took the money except for Maggie. Here's the reason why. If Shawnee took the money, don't you think that she would have gone live and contested it, stood up for herself, stood up for her name? She never did. She never did. But yet Maggie kept on pushing it was Shawnee, which, okay, right, wrong, indifferent. Do I agree with what Shawnee did and how she supported Maggie and what she's supporting Maggie for? No, I don't. Right. She didn't have receipts. That's the thing. And then the blame, and Candy, may I make mention to you, respectfully? The blame was going back and forth. And at one point in time, Maggie even blamed my mod, Candy Kisses. Oh, yes. Candy Kisses is a new mod. Say hi to Candy Kisses. Because I have respect for her because she stands up for the truth and what it is. You don't like it, tough shit. And let me tell you, don't cross her path. She'll turn around and F you up. Yes, the new Kimberly Peters. But here's the thing. She tried to mess with Candy Kisses and lay the blame on her. But the problem is, it wasn't Candy at all. I believe Candy Kisses 10 toes deep in a pile of diarrhea before I believe anything that comes out of Maggie's mouth. I'm sorry. Sorry. But that's how I see it. Because Candy didn't have a problem standing foot and toe on what is the truth and what was the truth. Why would she commit something that was illegal or wrong to do with a military background and what she does? So that's why I believed her. That being said, that's why I know Maggie turned around. Yes, that's why I know Maggie was the one that was pulling the strings, along with her new mods that were all a part of it. They're trying to play the woes me manipulation game, and it doesn't work. Hi, Little Man. Oh, everybody in the live, in the chat, if you're not following Little Man puts out really great videos. They're long, but you get a lot of information from them. I've learned a lot from Little Man. But that being said, that's why. Hi, Laura. How you doing? Tap the screen, everybody. Let's get them likes up. But that's the whole thing, is that she manipulated everybody to think that she had lost that money and when in fact she didn't. Now, do I think Shawnee may have had a role in it? Quite possibly. So, yeah, you know what? I'm starting to wonder the same thing about the pizza episodes too, because it's becoming too accustomed. Yeah. Here's my thing. Could it have been Shawnee that sent the pizza to Maggie? I don't know, Maggie. Maybe if you wouldn't have severed any kind of communication with Shawnee, you would have found that out. But, that's on you, not on us. So, but I don't want to get us sidetracked as much. That being said, let's get into this piece because I really want to get this out. Oh, crap. That's the wrong one. No, it's not. That's the right one. Hey, guess what? Last 339 days, she's made almost $5,000 on TikTok gifts. Let that soak in for a little bit. Now, here's the kicker. Yes, her gifts are suspended. Yet again. That's why I would probably give up on the gift giving. Because each time she turns around gifts, she loses it. But that's in the last 339 days. But wait a minute. That's a good question. Whatever happened to all that money? Where is that money? Did she spend it all? Does she save it at all? I would have saved it for a rainy day, for my concerts and my trips and my shoes, things like that. But you know what? Teaches their own. They do what they want to with their own money. Obviously, Maggie doesn't know how to save money. Well, that's another thing too. Door dashing. With the door dashing that's going on and somebody ordering pizza to her house, DoorDash will put a stop to bringing them food. Just to let you all know. Because they get tired of doing it and get tired of false call-ins. So, yes, that's only gifts. That's not money that she made on the app. And my mod turned around and collectively figured it out that she alone this week probably got close to $300 to $400 money this week so far. That's a paycheck for somebody. That's somebody's money from their paycheck going to her collectively. And hey, I look at it this way. It's their choice. They want to give that money to her. But what have I always said in the past? I don't want to hear crying, complaining, whining, moaning, and groaning when you turn around and lost your money and you don't have a dime to create on. Yes, most creators that get a certain dollar amount and gift account will turn around and receive 1099s. Maggie will most likely receive a 1099 because collectively so far this year, I'd probably say she's pushing an easy 10, 15 grand money-wise. Easy. But hey, it's all tax-free, so what does it matter to anybody else? On top of what she's getting for the 1099s or her SSI. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get into that real quick. Now, I did miss this part because, some of us are busy adulting. And, sometimes I don't get a chance or an opportunity to see what happens. So I don't know what happened here. I know she got up to the checkout line. She was begging hardcore for that money. She wanted that money. She needed that money. And yet, I don't know whether she did or not. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Missy Muffy's been calculating, and she states that it's a little over 1,000 this week alone. Sorry. So is that $1,000 that other individuals don't have or won't have? There we go. That's a good picture. Her top was falling off. Her shorts were falling down. She was all over the place. She was a hot mess express today. But hey, Anonymous, I'll pull you up then when I'm done real quick, okay? No disrespect intended, sir. Or ma'am. But no. But yet she met her goal. Now, here's the thing about her food stamps. It's interesting. In this state here alone, food stamps can still be utilized for candy, things like that, but it cannot be utilized for hobo tobacco products and adult beverages in this state. However, she can only use it for hot food items in some other states. This state, she can pretty much use it for whatever she wants. So, yes, correct. They do get notified about 1099s. And that's the thing is that they're gonna know. They're going to know when she goes submit her tax information next year. Oh, yeah, I don't want to be in that same office or in that office space when they go over her taxes. Yes, I know they have a bill on the table for the sugary snacks. But here's the thing. She literally got chicken and potato chips for her bus trip for her event tomorrow. Let's get into that real quick. So, yeah, they're going to put a stop to that. So here's the thing. She's going to turn around and she's going to go on this trip tomorrow. Greyhound bus. She only needed $80. What it's for, I have no idea. But here's the thing. Hey, Mag family, I guess you're not allowed to go. But don't worry. You'll get to see pictures like this. Hold on. I have everything set up for the most part. There you go. Don't worry, Mag family. You'll get to see pictures like that of the back of people's heads. Okay? The back of people's heads. Yeah. Yeah, lifts and foods. Well, we're going to get into that too because that plays a role with the GoFundMe. I have all that set up. Don't worry. We're good. But don't worry, you're going to see the back of her head when she goes to the concert. Who makes that much money by accident? Who, Maggie? Oh, trust me. She makes that much money. I mean, I didn't know if you were in here earlier, but she made almost $5,000 in gifts alone in the past 339 days. So, I don't know whether or not she got her money for her event, but oh, the hell? Things acting up. Oh, okay. It's not by accident. Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, this is what you'll see. So be ready. It's going to be an exciting concert at your cost. You just won't be able to go. Okay? So remember that. Only Maggie's allowed to go. You're not allowed to go. Maggie family, take a seat. Watch it on a small screen because you're never going to be there in that concert venue. Oh, I know. I know. I know. But see, that's the thing, Kat. Let her keep begging. That's why I said let her keep doing what she wants to do because they're watching her. I know they're watching her. Each time she goes live, they're gonna be watching her. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, and the other thing is too, and I want to put this out too as well. She sat there and said about knowing the difference between begging and scamming. Sorry, we got a helicopter flying over. The Black Hawk. Oh, I want to turn around and put this up real quick first. That's fine. Uh, See, ethical and safety concerns, particularly regarding potential exploitation and scams. Maggie, I want you to see this. Take screenshots. Take screenshots because your begging days on TikTok is done. Just to let you know. Hi, Miss Lala Loopsy Daisy. So I just want to put this out, Maggie. Make sure you screenshot this and you can sit there and brush it off all you want. It's coming. Yes, I am going to laugh. It is coming for all of us. They've already started making some major changes in case you haven't noticed. So they're changing TikTok right underneath our eyes. Well, I think they're seriously looking at doing that. Yes. The American version is that's a guaranteed. But here's the thing. Until then, what my suggestion would be, and I'm just being honest, I would probably my recommend anybody that you see begging, I'd mass report. I'd mass report the living crap out of their lives. You know, you go in, you don't even have to go in. You can stand on the outside of their lives. You either stay outside on their lives or you can go in, ghost mode, and you literally turn around, you start reporting them, and you report them every 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, there you go. Good job, Crystal. Great job. Good for you. Just because nothing gets done, Sonia, I think that's Sonia. Sorry. It's running into the words there. Just because it doesn't get done, or you don't feel that it gets done, or no reports, no violations, no nothing, don't stop doing it. Trust me, I found out, a couple lives ago, I reported somebody's live, and I didn't think that it ever got violations found on it, and sure enough, it did. And I was shocked. But that's the thing. Just because you may not get a violation does not mean that somebody else isn't going to get one. So it just keeps stacking up. More reports, more reports. Plus, it glitches out their live. And trust me, when it glitches it out, it makes them look like Max Headroom. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've sat and watched her. It's like watching paint peel. Just, saying. Look, she didn't want any assistance or help from me, so she's on her own. I gave her one chance only, and she turned around and badmouthed me. I have respect for individuals, anybody and all, but when you turn around and start talking about me in a negative way, no, that don't work for me. Yeah, and she is going to continue to be negative. My thing about her is she needs assistance. She needs somebody to be with her. Because I'll be honest with you, from what I've seen so far, she does not know how to get started and what to do. Yeah, she is rude. But, so's Maggie. Oh, I know, Joanne. I'm waiting to see what happens tomorrow night. But Maggie said about the difference about begging. Well, Maggie, yeah, we do. But don't worry, begging on this app is done and over with here soon. I think this is it. Yeah, nope. This is the concert she went to on the 17th. Just to let you all know. Sorry. I thought I had that thing. Yes. There you go. There you go. I had it. Sorry. My apologies. There you go. Hey, Maggie, is that the difference? You're literally begging for other people's money right there to take a better aspect in society. There you go. Hey, Maggie, I got the definition for you. There you go. Do I get my gold star for today? I want my gold star. Yeah. Well, if she is, she is. That's her choice. I wouldn't hold it against her that she's not. I wouldn't hold it against her if she is. But that's her choice. However, that being said, hey, honey, I have my own opinions. I have my own voice. And I'm able to voice it just like everybody else is in this live, as long as they show respect. I've never showed disrespect to you other than calling you my honey. To make that well known, okay? However, I can't say the same about your mods, showing total disrespect for the people that are in that live, including even some of the Mag family that I've seen. But that being said, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Okay, so we all know Maggie's well known for her GoFundMes, right? Right? There we go. Sorry if it runs into the chat. My apologies. However, guess what? Maggie, why you asking for 10 grand? $10,000, ladies and gentlemen. My suggestion would be to report this GoFundMe. Just suggesting. The reason I say that is because of a couple of things that are going to be coming up in this point in this live. So, you ready? Let's go for that roller coaster ride. Of course, it's organized by Maggie. Now, if you look at the top up there, it says She needs money for DoorDash, events, bingo, bills, shopping, excuse me, tickets for Lyft and Uber. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry, Maggie. I don't remember ever getting a request for funding your lavish lifestyle. But hey, your Mag family's there, so don't worry. They're always going to give you that money. Yeah, oh no, she is serious. And no, it's not legal. And you'll see why here in a moment. Ah, Tyler, you're getting close. You're getting close to where we're getting to on this journey of an effed up yellow brick road. Mm-hmm. Well, in some cases, a yellow brown road. But in this case here, Maggie wanting to do all that. Oh, oh my God. I forgot. I am sorry. My apologies. This is what it means to report a fundraiser on GoFundMe. Okay? Don't worry. I got other screenshots. No, she is not a financial mastermind. She needs help with her own bills and her own money because she overexpends on what she has for what she wants. She doesn't know how to save money. She doesn't know how to keep money. Oh, this is rare. Trust me, we're going to get into it. But in her case, it is kind of interesting because there you go. That explains it more. Sorry if the chat runs into it, but this gives you an explanation of GoFundMe. Misuse of funds. Personal disputes such as custody or disagreements that don't violate our terms will not have action taken. However, if there is a custody or a disagreement and a dispute with getting your money returned, it does technically violate their terms of service. Now, that being said, there's your report page. Oh, well, gee, I don't know why that was brought up. I don't know why that was a picture taken prior to maybe filling it out. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, me, oh my. Why do you think that was put up? So, okay. Aha, here we go. Tyler hit the nail on the head on this one. Is committing for caring for the needs we see on our platform every day. Education, equality, weather, resilience, and access to life's essentials. Remember that key word, folks. Life's essentials. They are proud to support these funds and hope you will consider doing so too. Donations to these social impact funds go directly to grants to individuals in need, and in some cases, the organizations working to provide aid or promote critical social change. Okay? Nonprofit organizations, nonprofit partners. Now, that being said, here you go. Every day, hundreds of Americans start fundraisers for basic necessities like food, housing, and utilities. The Essentials Fund distributes cash grants to help individuals make ends meet and find paths to stability. That being said, notice the key words that they're utilizing in all of this. Now, granted, she is not a part of the Essential Funds program. However, her essential fund or her funds that she's asking for exceed what she is supposed to be getting. Events, bingo. Oh, okay, so let's see. You want to set up a GoFundMe to go to bingo to gamble. I don't think GoFundMe allows that. You want to set up a GoFundMe for people to pay for your food to get delivered to you. I don't think GoFundMe allows that. Now, as far as transportation, okay, maybe, maybe. But you don't need transportation because you have bus transportation that's provided to you freely by the state. Oh, that's something I have to look into tomorrow. Sorry. I'm starting to talk to myself. Anyways, but traveling flights for airlines, unless it's medical or a necessity, I don't think GoFundMe is really supposed to be utilized for that. And bus tickets too, as well. So, but the funny thing is, it's 10 grand. She hasn't gotten a dime, but yet she's got a mag family that'll turn around and give her money on the spot. Why aren't you giving her money in her GoFundMe account? Just asking for a friend. I'm just being honest. There you are on the bus, Mags. Yeah, she was actually at the lupus convention. It was located right outside her town. I think it was down in Philly. Yeah, well, that's hence the reason why I suggest reporting it. Now, here's the other thing. If she goes live tonight, which I can almost guarantee is she may not, but if she goes live and you're able to get into her live, don't say anything. Mass report her live. Take it down. Get it down. She's already gotten entered, 3 times? It only takes 3 more to get entered and get a strike to lose your account. Remember that. And in some cases, do I think that she has lupus? No. No. Because if you go through her videos on her page, she is just gin dandy and fine. Yeah, exactly. And that's a lie, too. But yet she's sitting there turning around and saying, yeah, I know it's hard to stay quiet, but you got to bite your tongue. What I would suggest reporting, yes, frauds and scams would be the one that I would report. Now, when you go to put frauds and scams down, put in there, begging goes against community guidelines, because that's what TikTok is going to stop, is the begging aspect, because they want it to stop. They have had enough of the begging and scamming and frauding of individuals on this app. Because I can tell you this right now, it's going to come down to where somebody's seriously going to get in trouble for it. No, you're good, Hope. Okay. I'm going to let Missy Muffy up. We're going to start opening up. I had to put out. I appreciate everybody. Just make sure you're tapping that screen, though. Hi, Missy Muffy.
Comments, because you can make comments in a box and you can say things. Well, I said things like she is already getting government assistance. She is on TikTok every day getting money. Um, all these plans she has is not essential. You have to kind of work, right?
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I added up, because I'm sorry, but I was getting pissed off over watching her and just for shits and giggles. August 6th, I started writing down all the money she was asking for. So since August 6th, she's gotten $1,710.
Wow.
And just by one fluky chance, I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, looked on my phone, and there she was. She was asking for $285
Wow.
at 2:30 in the morning.
That's unreal. But see, the reason why, and my mod picked this out too. The reason why she's going live later in the evening is because her mods work.
Right.
Well, wait a minute, hold on a second. Some of them work, some of them don't, and that was an example today. Here's the thing: her mods are literally working for her by giving her money, helping her, pointing out what to do, how to do it. That's the thing. And it's sad because you would think that as adults, they would turn around and realize. But did you ever notice that Mela is not a subscriber to Maggie?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. And Mela is one of her main mods, which is interesting. I wonder why she's not a subscriber. If I was Maggie, I'd be questioning that too.
I saw you in her live today. I was laughing
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I wasn't afraid to turn around and say what I had to say. You ain't
because it
got
got
nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing to hide. You wouldn't block and mute me.
because I saw they blocked you because all of a sudden you were gone and then you're back and then one of her mods said, "Who unblocked all for one?"
Yeah. See, hence the reason. Oh, I don't care.
Hi, all4one.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry.
Hi, I just had a quick question and then I'll get down. This is a different subject. I received a message to be a juror on this whole faith thing. Um, and I went and I sat and I listened. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand. What is this? What is the outcome? What is the history? What is this about? This is the first I've ever seen it and heard of this jury and trial thing. Do you know?
Yeah. It basically what the app is called. Yeah, it's a fake trial. It's you know to me, um, the truth of what she did, how she did it, how much money she took from individuals, and so forth and so on, and it's up to you. I myself am going to steer clear. However, I will sit in and listen.
Oh no, I'm definitely going to steer clear because number one, you have to be, I'm anonymous. So
Right.
they want people up there with their face shown. Number two, it seems like it gives her more promotion,
Mm-hmm.
and more followers, which didn't make sense. And number three, it was just clown like.
Yeah.
Um, so,
Well, Caitlin said that it's a money grab. I agree with her. I think that's what it is. It's a money grab for gifts and so forth. Oh, and by
right.
the way, if my gifts got restricted, I don't care. Just to let anybody and everybody know. So,
No, I appreciate you giving me that information. I was just curious and I didn't want to ask around. I just wanted to ask someone who truly knew.
yeah.
And after that, I blocked it, but I was just curious about it.
No, 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 no. You're good. You're always welcome to ask questions. That's what that's what it's all about, is to ask questions to get answers that are pertinent with social media.
Yeah. Well, appreciate it. Thank you for having me up.
Hey, not a problem. You're more than welcome anytime, dear. But yeah, um, sorry, anonymous. Go right ahead.
Good boss. How you been?
Good. Been busy. Good. Been busy.
I said, well, she took his money too. So, so we're in DoorDash. All her moms on the panel, excuse, I'm sorry, I mean Twitch, were saying to call right, food not being made right. Mind y'all, it's Taco Bell. Your food will never be made right either way. So DoorDash credited her $22 she's gonna add to the fund to go see Chris Brown, I believe.
Yeah. You muted yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
She's
good.
going to see Chris Brown. After we get
Oh.
yeah. So I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard what happened. So she ordered a gordita box. I'm assuming a steak gordita box. Mind you, only come with two gorditas, not four. I see a total of four lined up on her table. She ate one or two and tossed other two in the trash supposedly because it wasn't right or something. I'm like, I would ate that easy, right? I'm not a picker no food.
Right.
And then so she called DoorDash. She's like, yeah, my food's not made right. I want to make a complaint, blah blah. So she's like, all right. She's telling everybody in her panel like, yeah, DoorDash is credit me like $22 on DoorDash credit, and then the $39 back for I guess whatever she ordered for the food. So I'm just like, why are you scamming DoorDash when people work hard to do that? There's no actual job is being out there, right?
Can I
Right.
ask a question? How did she manage to get DoorDash to give you all your money back? When I've had problems with DoorDash, it's usually a percentage of it. It's never the full amount.
What I'm saying. So it's 22 in DoorDash credit, and then the
That's
$39
nuts.
back. I'm assuming. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I remember hearing that. I remember hearing about that. I think my mod told me that.
I mean, most people will have like a $15 to $20 order and maybe get $7 or $8 back if there's an issue. Never the full amount,
Right.
and usually in credit and not in DoorDash credit to use the next time.
Well, here's the thing. Hi, Axel Rose Mama. Here's the yeah, it's greed is what it comes down to. But here's the other thing too. Us as individuals that are on an app watching somebody put their life out there and constantly taking money from others, we are, in my opinion, uh, able and should be allowed to contact DoorDash and report her ourselves. I mean, it's no different than with me calling Social Security Administration or state HUD housing in this state. I mean, I look, there's many people that I've turned around and gone through and asked questions and asked the right questions to find out if it was right for one to make those phone calls. And every single one of them said yes. So even when I made the phone calls and turn around and inform them of the information and ask them if it was the right thing to do, they also agreed. So, you know, be mindful. Uh,
ACES says they just know how to beat the system. Maybe we
yeah,
just don't.
yeah. While I have you up here on the boxes, sorry, this is going to probably bleed into the chat. My apologies, but I want to get this info out there too. There's one of them. You call that number right there, and within minutes, you will turn around and get in touch with somebody. Uh, and you can report this individual and what they're doing is illegal.
What city is she in? Will they?
Conshohocken, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
um, which sits outside Philly. So,
So it's a
well,
suburb of Philadelphia?
correct. That being said, you are all entitled to make those phone calls. It's your right because it is a waste and it is an abuse of the system. And that's not fair to a 75-year-old woman that may need that housing herself. And do it the correct way, is what I would say.
So Maggie's gifts are shut off. Do
Yeah.
you know why and how to do that?
Um, yeah, I do.
Because Sheena Sweet,
DM me on the backside. I'll send you the info.
okay, yeah, because Sheena Sweetster needs those gifts shut off too.
Here's the food stamp, aka SNAP, Department of Human Services phone number to contact as well. They'll investigate it. Two organizations that I can tell you right now that are investigating, and I'll be honest with you, they're one of them. because they took her information down for her social media. Oh, and they also have her Instagram information too, just to let you all know. So, yeah, you have that. I have the Social Security Administration phone number too as well. My suggestions, if you want to make calls, make them tomorrow between the hours of 10 and 2. You will get a hold of somebody awfully quick. And like I said, I'm not the only one that doesn't have to be the one to call. Everyone can. The more reports you put in, the more it red flags that account. And I'm sorry, not sorry. You brought this on yourself, Margaret, not me. So, yes, Department of Human Services is investigating her, but you can add to that report. So, is it the right thing to do? Absolutely, it is, in my opinion, straight up. I think that was all the info we got. And see, the individuals that are coming on this app day in and day out don't seem to realize it's all going to change come enough. Oh, I think I do have that other number. Yes, here it is. Oh, that's the HUD one. No, it might be the same one. Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, that's the same one. That is a different docket number, just to let you all know. And yes, they are investigating that one and they are pushing that one through. I did do the research on that. All courtesy of Princess Peach. She is the one who did the legwork on it. So I so I give her it. Ladies and gents, anybody else want to come up for the boxes? You're more than welcome to. Oh,
All for
yeah,
one, you can drop me.
welcome. You take care. Have a safe night, dear.
You betcha.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
kid. In order to make a report on Maggie, wouldn't they need to know her real name and not her TikTok name and not her TikTok?
Likely need to know her address and so forth. Yes, you're right, MAGA girl. It's our money. Our tax dollars are paying for her to keep coming on here and begging. You're absolutely correct. And that is a crime. So anybody that needs the definition of what a crime is, there you go. You've got it. Hey, I'm going to send her to Canada, Missy Muffy.
Okay,
So,
I'm dropping down. That's all I had to say.
okay, not a problem.
Thanks.
Hmm. And yes, I do have her information. I do. But notice, I really haven't doxed it. But even if I did, I did. In that situation because of the crime being committed. So, call me a bad guy.
I just need you to do one mwahaha.
Oh, okay. So this evening's live has been proudly brought to you. Yeah, she's doxing herself all the time. This evening's chainsaws in the house. Yeah, you can have her. This live has been proudly brought to you by.
That's all I needed.
You're welcome. No, you are correct, folks. She has doxed herself multiple times all across the the app. I mean, it's not hard. I'm just saying, being honest. When you dox yourself, you dox yourself. Yep. Montgomery County. Montgomery County Authority. Concha Hawken. Tim and Angela. Look, kind of worries me about awareness and what direction we're all going in. I saw a video, posted it, but that's my opinion. However, that being said, do I think Tim and Angela are going to continue to keep begging? Oh, absolutely. Why do I do what? The laugh? Because people have a tendency to turn around, I guess, laugh about my laugh, my evil laugh. I don't know. I'm just being honest. But that being said, which brings me to another good point. We got to remember, in a sense, to hold ourselves to a higher standard. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question, Chainsaw. Good question. When it comes to awareness, I may go a little bumpy on the tracks, but I definitely have my mods to turn around and keep me in sync and keep me controlled, which I appreciate each and every single one of my mods. Candy Kisses, Precious, all of them. That being said, if I do, it's because I have a tendency to turn around and do that to break the ice, to make things a little bit more easier for everyone to understand. Oh, I covered her once before, and I guess that was, yeah, I'm only human. I covered her once before a while ago. Look, she's straight out scamming and begging. I'm waiting to see somebody turn around and wear a pair of Play Doh nails that are created from Play Doh. I know you love my laugh. Um, but yeah, I'm waiting to see that happen. I'm waiting to see them fake Play Doh nails. Kim Peters removed herself from the app. She had gotten herself into a situation with her rent. She even reached out to me at one point in time and asked for help. I was willing to work with her. Uh, and unfortunately, she didn't want to take that help. So I'm just saying, um, she doesn't want the help. She didn't want the help. She got herself in trouble, went to court. And yeah, it's not really no longer on the app. And I think it's because she wants to get everything back that she had gotten before. And Carrie, yeah, see, that's the other thing. Back to Carrie, real quick. She'll block anybody that turns around and says anything negative whatsoever. The slightest sign of negativity, she blocks. Which negativity, in some cases, according to these beggars and scammers, is speaking the truth and facts. So, well, that's the thing. She won't turn around and get a job. She doesn't want a job. Notice 90% of your beggars and scammers will not get a job because they consider TikTok a job. Here's the problem. We all see it is not a job. TikTok is not a full-time job. I don't give a crap. Prove me wrong otherwise. You prove me where you get benefits. You get a retirement out of TikTok. Do I think TikTok is a side job? A place where you can make some extra money? Yes. I'm not going to disagree with that. However, it is not a full-time job. Hello.
Hey, there's somebody in the chat, Dolores Ellis, that keeps asking questions about, like, she's on Maggie's side. So would she like to take a box?
Look, you're more than welcome to come up into a box. I'm not going to turn around and be hateful. I'm not going to harass. But I will simply explain to you, and nobody do anything with Dolores. She has a voice. She's entitled to say something as long as she is respectful. However, that being said, oh, okay, I will get to that. Sorry. That being said, here's my question. Is it illegal for someone to turn around and sell a car that doesn't have an engine in it and says that it runs? Yeah, it is, because there's no engine in the car. The same aspect with Maggie and what she does. Is it illegal for her to come onto a social media to beg for money?
Oh, Bella, she might. I don't know. I kept pinning her comments. They didn't make any sense.
No, you're fine. I got to take care of something real quick. Okay. But here's the thing: is Dolores still here? I'm just curious. I can't tell if she's still here or not. All I'm saying is that when somebody, okay, all I'm saying is when you're collecting SSI food stamps, they're all accounted for by the government, okay? But when you come on here asking and begging for other people's money and you don't submit, it's called earned income. She is making additional earned income that the government doesn't know and isn't aware of. And she's not reporting it as such earned income. That is illegal. You are not allowed to do that. Trust me, I've done deep dive research on SSI and food stamps with Kim Peters. She was no different. And that is why it's considered illegal, because what she is doing is taking other people's money that's already taxed. No, it's earned income. Well, I guess, yeah, earned income. Either way, she is not reporting it with a 1099. Yes. It doesn't matter whether it's not my money or not. It's my tax dollars that is paying her SSI. She lives in the same state as I do. Make no mistakes about that. So when it is not my money, it's my tax dollars. And here's the other catch: it's not her money either until it gets deposited into a laundering account utilized by sipping the tea. So, yes, that is considered laundering. We've already found that out, and that's already turned around and been reported. Well, you know what? They can keep. So, that being said, I'll show you something. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can all see this. I just got this today. See this? I'm a proud supporter for something like this. You know, this right here, I would rather support something like this before I beg to differ on somebody that's a scammer, just to let you know. Henceforth, the reason why I support this. Hey, there's another good one too. Gary Sinise has one, straight up. But here's the thing: you want to give her your money, that's on you. I am not going to stop you. However, I'm going to sit back and enjoy my money for my family and for my organizations that I would rather support before I support somebody that's already getting $900 in SSI funds. Make no mistake, that's from the government, plus the $200 in food stamps. Now, you stated it's not our money. Well, yeah, okay. So if it's not our money, it's my right to report her because my money for taxes is going to pay for that SSI that she's abusing, or the food stamps. Or how about this? Yeah, it's our tax money, yes. Or how about this? The HUD housing that she's living in, that a 75-year-old woman could probably do better with, probably Foster is. Oh, you suck. Whatever, undercover Farley. I would have loved to have met him. But see, that's the thing. I don't beg to go to these functions. So that's the thing. We all work. All I got to say is you're more than welcome to a box, and you have a say. How well? However, I don't hide anything, and everybody that's in this live knows. That's in this live knows that I make a mistake. I will admit to my mistakes. Oh yeah. Well, Fiona, I found out that that was a function for animals, I believe. So, but that being said, look, I'm only being honest. You want to keep giving your hard-earned up money? You make sure you're giving it, because I'll tell you what, you're getting taxed. She's taking your money that's already been taxed and not taxing it. There you go. So, anybody's more than welcome to come up into a box. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and you know, the other thing that really irked me today that I took notice, what was the one thing that I took notice with I saw with what Maggie did? Somebody in the chat turned around and said, support the victims of the hurricanes down along the East Coast. And I saw her turn around and go, nah, nah, nah. Or how about when somebody turned around and said, support the kids going back to school? Nah, nah, nah. Are you kind of stuff? I'm just saying, yeah. She got snappy. You're right, Bella. She did. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wow, good thing you really support others. Good thing you have all those gifts and you don't even re-gift squat back to your mag family. Good thing you don't ever bring them up in a box to gift them. Not that you could probably do it, but here's the thing, and this is where I stand on GoFundMe's. If it's for the betterment of your living conditions, your essentials, your utilities, if you need money to get your bill paid for your electric to keep your heat on, you will never see me bitch and complain about that. You got to do what you got to do to take care of family. Like I've said, family comes first above all else. I don't give a crap what anybody says. But when you start up a GoFundMe to go on these lavish trips and a cruise, I want to go on $100,000 cruise. No, that's not the reason why that was designed for. That's all I'm saying. But all I gotta say is do what you want to do with your money. It's your account, your deals. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the back end money that she gets from everyone. You're right, Princess Peach. And that's the thing, is that, Do I feel that they are watching her or no? Let me rephrase that. Do I know that they are watching her? Yes, I do. I am not going to disagree with that. And look, Dolores can follow me. She's entitled to follow me. I have nothing to hide with Dolores. But real quick, make no mistake, Dolores, if your account is private and you hardly have any followers, well, then that's on you. Then that's on you. Sorry.
Hey, all for one. Uh, yeah, I love what you do, and people get offended by it. And yeah, obviously, you're getting a little bit of retraction from, I don't know if people are, that's people that might support these people that are doing this, but in my big beef on what people profiting under the table with a public social media page, and for people not to be pissed off at that, but even if you are that fool that says, I love Maggie because she's entertaining and she brings life to me, and I love watching her because she's fun. You're entitled to your opinion for that, but you have to look at one thing. People are losing their benefits that truly do need them.
Yep.
When she and others like her, and we can go through down the line a dozen of us that follow this, we could probably name them within 30 seconds, right? But what bothers me is we know who the people are that really don't need this because they're making their money through social media or hiding it illegally, which is illegal by standards of receiving benefits from our government. But you have to look at who's not receiving benefits that really need it, because it's those benefits are being absorbed by people who obviously don't, if they're able to consider TikTok their job. And as far as GoFundMe's go, like you said, I have no problem with people using them. No problem with people using them, going and running GoFundMe's, throughout the course of their social media career. Is the only reason they're doing it. Notoriety, like in a quick fix, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or what, going refund me or GoFundMe's to move again because you're being harassed on TikTok because you're social media. Ultimately, they get shut down. I mean,
Right.
it just really makes me mad that no matter if you like TikTok for entertainment like I do, think about what entertainment are you getting out of this. If you have a friend or a relative that really does need government assistance and they're getting squat, and then someone here that is bragging about it online and saying, I'm getting $1,000 a month, I'm getting everything paid for, I don't have to pay for health care, housing, food, and I'm still monetizing. I would imagine probably Maggie, and let's make it fair. Maggie's pretty much top of the discussion right now. She's probably making, I mean, by the numbers she posts, and if she does receive that money, I would say close to $1,000 a week. Is that fair, Jeff? I mean, you think 500 to 1,000 a week in Cash Apps, PayPal's, Chimes, and Venmos, or no?
Yeah, that would be correct.
That's a lot of money for people. And when you hear about people that just want to get an extra $100 in food, and she's getting all that plus an extra, 500 to 1,000, maybe a week. And if you put that on a monthly scale, if you can pocket an extra $2,000 a month, pocketing off of social media while you're getting full government assistance in every aspect, that's illegal. That is illegal as hell. And that pisses me off when people that do need it do need it.
Correct. And I wanted to touch base real quick on the GoFundMe's. You will never see me have a problem with anybody with a GoFundMe set up for life-threatening illnesses, medical situations, things like that. I I have a tendency to stay neutral with that because, in my opinion, that is something that is far by more important than going on the cruises. So anything that's related to that kind of a situation, dire situation, life-threatening situations, yeah, I'm not going to have a problem with it ever, ever. I don't judge. I don't judge on that type of a situation because that's something that people need the most. But when you come on and you make a GoFundMe because I need an Uber or I need 10 grand, well, hell, I'd love to have 10 grand and you don't see me sitting here begging for it. I work for my money. Henceforth, the reason why I pay my taxes. So it is insane. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. And I've been noticing a lot more individuals getting into her lives and literally putting the sticks to her. And they're asking the honest questions. But yet her mods are chicken shit that keep blocking and muting it. And I'm sitting there thinking, but yet Maggie sits there and talks about people being liars. Well, Maggie, you're a liar because you sat there and said you didn't like bus transportation, but yet there you are today riding a bus. Sorry, I had to rant there for a second.
Yeah, and it's also with GoFundMe's. I was being a smart aleck, and I said I want to start a GoFundMe to to raise money to raise awareness to people that are scamming GoFundMe's. And then I thought about that. I mean, I said that as a joke. I'm like, hey, I'm going to start a GoFundMe to make awareness for people that are frauding for the fraud GoFundMe's. And then I think about it, and I'm like, what can open one up, and you can have two going at the same time, and that really delegitimate people that do need them. Because if people are just able to open up multiple GoFundMe's, I mean, we saw it with one, not to say anything, that went in, that represented herself in front of a court and lost $5,000 and went and opened a GoFundMe for five. How fair is how that is so unrealistic that you're able to, that GoFundMe would allow you to do that.
Right.
So what are the standards to open a GoFundMe? Why are there seems to be so many GoFundMe's right now? It seems like there's a flurry of them.
Well, I've seen a lot of GoFundMe's. In fact, as bad as it may sound, if you go look up Maggie's GoFundMe account and you scroll down through, there is a ton of GoFundMe's for pets and animals. Some may need surgery, some may need treatment, some may need medical medication, things like that. I don't have a problem with that at all. In fact, I myself, between somebody losing their house, somebody having cancer, somebody losing or having issues with their animals that need medical treatment of some sorts.
Flood victim,
Yeah,
hurricane victim,
flood
didn't have
victim,
insurance on the house.
hurricanes, that
Yeah.
whole earthquakes, things like that. And as long as they are legit, I will never have a problem with anybody having something like that, ever. And yes, you heard it from all4one. So that being said, there you go. You have my answer on where I stand with GoFundMe's. Now, as far as I guess these box battles, I don't do them, and I don't really like them. So, but Crow, I remember you, Crow. Crow, I I know you agree with me, and in your situation, you should push your GoFundMe because you are trying. You are trying your hardest to get back on your feet and do what you can do to take care of yourself. You're displaced, you're out of a house, you can't get help, you can't So, I mean, that's a life threatening situation, in my opinion. And that goes across the boards with everyone. If you're in a life threatening situation that you need housing, you need that extra help, you need that extra boost, yeah, I'm sorry. I am going to support somebody that's for that for the right reasons, as long as it is not taken for the wrong reasons. Make no doubt about that.
Yeah, I know how you stand. I know what type of person you are in here, and you don't have to reiterate it to me. But before my only point is before everyone, I'm not against people having a good time on TikTok. I think it's what it's designed for. But before you sit here and want to start barking at people that are, the opposition to people doing this, look at the fact that some of these people are they don't have to pay any health insurance. They're being subsidized with all their housing and their food, yet they're on here. They have multiple, pretty much ongoing GoFundMe's going on, and they're collecting money on the back end, either through themselves directly through Chime, PayPal, or through another source where it's getting redirected to another Cash App or Venmo payment system to where the government can't track that, but they would be able to catch on to it, I guess, at some point. But
Right.
think about how they're manipulating this system, and then look at maybe a friend or a relative you have that does need that help. And is it worth your entertainment on here to entertain someone like Maggie, and then you have a friend or a relative that can't get it, that really does need it? And that's what really makes me mad about it, because Maggie can be entertaining at times. Lately, she's been very, very like, give me, give me, give me. I mean, if you're not in here to give, then get out. I mean, and it's like, man, how this isn't even fun anymore. This is
No.
dirty. I mean, and I don't know how she's playing the dirty card and everyone still likes it. But if you guys are all, if anyone's in here from her, I hope nothing like this happens to you, to where, look back at it and say, this was one girlfriend that. I hope nothing like this happens to you, to where.
A good point too. Amazon wish lists. Look, you do what you want to do with your page, but I don't agree with them. I do not agree with them one bit. And the reason that being, because if everybody turned around and put up an Amazon wish list, well then, Jeff Bezos would be one richer person. But that's hence the reason why you work for what you get. If you don't have the money to get something off of Amazon wish list, then I wouldn't be doing it.
Well,
But
that's why Jeff Bezos wants to buy TikTok, is because instead of the goods being shipped through someone else, if he owns the platform, he can ship all this garbage too to everyone that wants it.
yeah, and yeah, Snap Crack Pop's right. They're asking for expensive items. Well, okay, you know what? Here's a good example. What if somebody turned around and put it in their Amazon wish list for a brand new Ford pickup truck? Yeah. And there's been plenty of people that have been coming on this app asking for cars, asking for vehicles, things like that. Well, the only vehicle that I have are my 2 feet and that hunk of junk that I got sitting out there that still runs. But you know what? I'm proud of it because I worked for it. It's
Hey,
paid
Jeff,
off.
have you ever noticed how some of these beggars and scammers also will stay on this platform, even though everyone knows that the gig is up, and they're just waiting for that one, like you said, let me hope for, let me ask for a $5,000 car or a $75,000 plot of land, and they're looking for that one, even though they're going to get 50,000 denials. They're looking for that one person that says, God, I feel bad for this girl or this guy or this
Mm-hmm.
couple, and I'm gonna be the one that's gonna gift you. So that's those miracles do happen, as they call them,
Right.
but they will stay on this app just for that one, and they'll fight through all the people that are like, it's like like Jordan Paul. I'll fight through everyone just for one person to see my side. and to get it, and they continue to do it, and the thing is they continue to come back again and again and again, which lends me to believe that there is that one person that is relenting to him and saying, "You got my sympathy tonight for the hotel. You got my sympathy tonight for the car. You got my sympathy tonight for a camper because I got one sitting in my backyard." And but they do they love TikTok. It's
Well, you
way
know,
better than Instagram. It's better than favorited. They'll come here because it's open, and they'll fish through a million fish to find one sucker that's going to give it to them.
well, and you know what? It's funny that somebody stated in the comments about Sean Gumby about his truck that he wanted. You know, he scammed however how much money he got for that so-called truck that never occurred. But here's the thing. What he did was legitimately a scam. That is considered a fraud and a scam because he never got the truck, but he took the money. And that is considered theft by deception because he led those individuals on knowing that he wasn't going to get that truck because according to him, he was being harassed and bullied on this app. No, you weren't being harassed and bullied. The truth was coming out about you and you didn't like it. You didn't like that dirty look on your shoulder.
And he
Oh,
had
by
to
the
play
way,
he played victim. Yeah, he played
yes,
victim and bailed, and then didn't pay anyone back.
right. And okay. Well, and that's good, Dolores. I mean, I'm glad you're starting to see a different side of what we do. I make no mistakes. I do my damnedest not to bully or harass, and I think I do a pretty damn good job because I make the points. I say the truth. I'm not afraid to speak the truth. So I'm glad you were able to at least see it in a different light. But that being said, what he did was he committed fraud, and he knows that he did, and he will never turn that money back in to any of those that gave it to him, and that's fine. That's their choice of whether or not they want to fight for it. But here's my thing, Sean, you still ain't getting your man card back. I remember your man card has been revoked, just along with Timmy's and Jeff Gainey's, just to let you know. Yeah, I agree. Sean has diabetes. And that's the thing too. I've said this before in my lives. Wouldn't it be interesting if every single beggar actually spoke the truth? Actually, but they spoke the truth. They said the truth because if you did, you would lose everything you had. You wouldn't turn around and say, yeah, at least once. You're right, at least once. But here's the thing, the minute they speak the truth themselves, they've been had. Their moments in begging and scamming from others is gone. It's done. So, hi, Missy.
So, so all for one, I do what I do because I'm struggling myself and I don't want any like pity party here or anything, but um I had a cardiac arrest 2 years ago. I need um knee replacement surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, I could have it in my hometown with 6 month waiting time, but because I'm high risk, I might have to go to the nearest hospital in Edmonton, Alberta, because I'm in Canada. And then if I do that, that's a 2 year wait. But I do have to have another surgery September 16th for my woman parts. And they know all about it. And this is like going to be a test. But I'm living off of hardly anything. My mortgage is, you know, 1,050 a month, and my pension that I get is 722. And I'm probably gonna lose my house next year, but you know what? I don't come and beg for money. And that's why all these people piss me off so much. And
Well,
I'm sorry I'm getting upset. I'm
no, it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. It's all right. Let me ask you a question. Are you able to work from home?
I've been trying to do that. I can't find anything. I want to do that. I've tried, and then all these companies, they want me to join this WhatsApp. Well, I haven't heard anything good about that.
Right.
You
Well,
know, it seems
um,
scammy to me.
have you looked into Amazon and possibly helping out with them?
I did. I did apply there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no word back from them?
No, I only did it like a few weeks ago. So,
And
but
and hey, MAGA girl, she works from home. Uh, we don't need to know where she works at, but she has said, and I agree with her, it is not easy to get a work from home job. It is very difficult, but you keep trying.
yeah. Oh, I'm still looking, believe me. But my
Right.
whole point, it's not me. I'm sorry I got emotional there, but
It's
it's
okay.
not me, doing the pity party thing or anything, but it just pisses me off that Maggie can do all this stuff and,
Yeah.
she might walk with a cane. I can barely walk, like
Naomi
just
says,
walk with a cane. I can barely walk, you know.
Naomi, it's called Rat Race Rebellion has legit work from home jobs. Me, it's called Rat Race. AF by Jessica. Her her company's hiring
That's cool.
me.
I
Hello.
have,
Hey. So real quick, so yes, there's Apple on there, there's insurance company. There are some scams on there, but I would say about 98% of them are legit. They will send you the equipment. The only thing you need is like most of these jobs you can't use Wi-Fi for. Like you have to have like a hardwired Ethernet wire to connect.
do what I do. I have like all day. I sit here and watch like Maggie bag Detroit Nike. Well, I can't even do him anymore, but it's just it. The odd time it crossed my mind, maybe I should set up a GoFundMe, and then it's like, no, I can't do that. Like, I'm not that type of person. I
Well, look, I
pipelined all
mean,
my life.
and I know that I know it's difficult and that you're standing up for who you are, but utilities, medical assistance, things like that. I myself, if I was in a medical situation and I needed extra help, I am going to do whatever I can. I am going to go through all my resources first, exhaust every possible lead that I cannot think of. I'm going to do my research according to Tim, because Google's your best friend. And yes, I'll be honest with you folks, Google is your new best friend. Trust me.
Well, well, I've gone through all my I'll be 62 this year, and and I pulled my pension when I turned 60, and I get 722 bucks a month for it. And then because of my knee replacement, I can't work, and um, so I applied for Alberta support,
Mm-hmm.
and I get $259, so it's just super frustrating when I see Maggie getting all this money, and
Yep.
and I'm sitting here needing it, and I don't freaking even ask for it. Like, I don't want help from anybody else. Because I don't want people to take advantage of other people's money.
Right. And I and,
And that's
and
why
I
I do
definitely
what I
see. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got
Being true to who you are, and to.
yeah,
Oh, and by the way, hey, you want to see something cool?
sure.
I got something cool. Give me 1 second. I'm working on it. Okay. You still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this live off with something cool. Maggie, this is for you.
I can just imagine.
You're welcome. Ladies and
What?
gentlemen, I'm going to end the live off tonight. That was
You
for
know,
her.
you know what? You gave me two tiny dinies the other night, and I don't even know how to collect anything.
It's okay. You'll
But
figure a way out.
thank you so much. I don't know how to get that. But
Well, if you want it, go down to your bottom of gifts, uh, to the bottom right hand corner, and you'll see a box that says for gifts. You tap on that, and it will turn around, and you can request that money. You can roll that money over into gifts or coins and gift out all the coins that you just received, or you can take it and cash it out.
and you can get that in Canada?
I believe so. It would have to be at your money rate, I would think.
I
But
don't even know.
right.
Well, thank you very much.
But
I
if not,
appreciate it. And
yeah, see, artsy fartsy. That's what I call regifting. Maggie doesn't know anything about that because she has never turned around and gifted herself. And that is facts. You can clock that, T Maggie. Anyways, other than that, dear, I'm going to drop you down.
yep,
You're
thank
closing.
you so much. I appreciate it. I'll try and figure that out.
All right. You take
And
care
I
and stay
didn't mean
safe
to be
tonight.
a whiner.
It's okay. You stay safe. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, folks, I am done for the night. You're right. And she can continue to keep thinking for herself. I know where my heart and my destiny lies in. Um, I'm going to be off in in a week or so. So I might do a daytime live. Anyways, um, look, you all know me. I speak truth. No, you're fine, Missy Muffy. No, you're fine, Missy Muffy. Okay, troll out. No, you're fine. Troll out. No, yes, I will check your account out. Respectfully, I certainly hope you have some videos. Other than that, I'm done for the night. Make your own choices, your own decisions, folks. Choices, your own decisions, folks. Do your research. Read the room. I know I do. Each and every time I go into a scammer's live, I offer them research. Weekend, I'm going to be busy Saturday, and maybe we'll see about possibly going live Sunday, but we'll see. Other than that, everybody, take care. And yes, I am working on the Christmas links for Christmas. I want to get them up before everything changes for us all. So, other than that, that's it. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm going to go spend time relaxing. Um,
Tú pareces viejito, Alex, no manches, ¿por qué te hace daño?